Greetings, beloveds. Blessings and peace. May the living Spirit that is in all life bring you peace, bring you the warmth of sun, the ripples of water, breeze of air, and the beauty of all life surrounding you, expressing itself in magnificence to celebrate this season of spring, of growth, this transformational time. We bless you and we greet you in the name of the One. We remind you that everything works for good, that there is always a silver lining to every cloud, that sometimes you cannot always see the fullness of what is happening when you are in the midst of a transition. We have used very often the idea of being in a tunnel or in a cocoon and not being able to see through the sides, not being able to know what will come and how it will come, and why you are in the straits that you are in. And yet, it is necessary sometimes to move from one side of the mountain to the other, to the green grass on the other side. And for this reason, the universe has provided for you a tunnel. And it is necessary for you to progress through the dark tunnel, holding on to as much light as you can muster, because at the end of the tunnel there will be great relief. There will be a recognition that nothing was in vain, and that without that travail you would not have been able to come through the birth canal into new life. This is a time to celebrate new life in your northern hemisphere, to enjoy the beauty of growing, of planting, of sowing, of being outdoors in nature, in a magical place such as this, beneath Grandfather Tree, with the stream flowing down in the ravine below, with the birds and the butterflies and the little creatures and the raven that comes to visit. One never knows what kind of surprise there will be at the end of a tunnel or at the end of a venture. For now you have opportunities that once you were not able to even foresee. The ability to expand your consciousness in many ways, to practice your meditation, to practice your family time together, to be in nature, to be in parks, to take walks and bicycle rides, to communicate with your friends that you have not spoken to in many years, calling them and finding out how they are doing. How is life for them behind their veil, in their little boxes, where they have been incarcerated by the structure of control that is dominating your field of consciousness, with dread, with fear and limitation, intending to dim your light, perhaps against your will. However, we wish to remind you that you are sovereign, that you have choice, and that it is up to you as to how you experience each moment, what you make of each experience, of each opportunity, for your creativity to do something you have never done before, to reach out to someone with whom you have had a long-standing grudge and heal the wounds that are keeping you from expanding into the fullness of your butterfly nature. For it is through that little hole that you must climb once you have completed your cycle as a cocoon. You must force your way through a tiny hole, and that action strengthens the very nature of your structure so that your wings will have solidity enough to fly. What are you doing to ground, to center, to be connected to Mother Earth and Father Sky and the trees and the birds and the air and the warmth? Are you planting a garden? Are you taking walks in nature? Are you playing with the children? Dipping into the water, finding places of beauty to rest, to picnic, to enjoy the beauty as the lilies do not labor. So too, you have been given an opportunity to have a new lease of life. And what do you make of all this? What is real? Where are the lies and where is the truth? What to believe when there are so many bombardments of information, of opinions, of conspiracy theories and conspiracies? For nothing is ever as it seems. And in these last few years, much has not been as it has seemed. And the movement, the progression towards a new reality of this time, of this cycle, of this kalpa, this grand cycle that has been moving for thousands upon thousands of years into a new vibration where there has been communication on a global and on a galactic scale, a movement towards a higher level of consciousness, a movement towards the recognition of the interconnection of all life, of the way in which each choice, each thought, and each feeling and action influences all of life. And so it is that a handful of rogues can create this intense, catastrophic time within your world that has everyone in their grip, shall we say, believing many, many lies, creating fabric upon fabric of fabrication to create the illusion of a reality that is as fantastical as any story. For you have been duped for many, many centuries and thousands of years by those in control, by those who dominate the dissemination of information, that which has become called the media, that which is the market, that which is your way of learning, of earning your livelihood. Your livelihoods, your life has been dominated by tremendous control to keep you from recognizing that you are sovereign beings with self-authority, that you have the choice in each moment to believe, to not believe, to choose for yourself, to investigate, to research, to ask, to share, to congregate, and to pray and bless and come together in ceremonies and rituals, to gather together, to reach up towards the higher realms, to bless the waters, to bless the soil, the air, the creatures, to purify the earth of its toxic substances, to release you from the bondage of your technologies that control your minds, that control the waking hours and the sleeping hours. That promulgate radiation that harms all of life, that creates confusion for the little creatures that must navigate, that are being affected by these radiations from your Wi-Fi and your other technologies, your 5th generation, your 4th generation, all of your generations. It was technology that caused the demise of the ancient civilizations, of the continents of Atlantis, of Lemuria, and of civilizations on planets and star systems beyond your imagination. Technology. The only technology you need is the technology of the heart, of communication. The words of power that say, I love you, are the greatest words of power. The prayer, I love you, I am sorry, please forgive me, thank you. The Ho'oponopono prayer that was given through the ones with no names. It is a powerful way to focus your energy into your center, back into your heart, to reconnect your physicality, your spirituality, your emotionality with your genetic makeup, your DNA and your etheric bodies, to bring them all into harmony, into levels of alignment that allow you to blossom and grow into a higher vibration, to experience more of connection, of the true nature of your being as a 5th dimensional soul and energy that is way beyond the limitations of your 3rd dimensions. So we are recommending for you that every day you ground, connect with Mother Nature, that you hold the shungite, the mineral that Mother Earth has given you for grounding, for reversing the left-handed spin of all the artificial ingredients and products that surround you. This magical mineral that Earth has provided for you, that comes from the star beings, from the outer space world, that purifies your water and gives you protection from the radiations, from the toxicities. And that allows you to ground and amplify your root chakras and your alignment, to counter the energies of your cellular phones that are harmful to biology. Hold your piece of shungite. Bring it close to your heart. Put it on the areas of your body that have pain. Put it in your water. And drink that water. It will help to ground and to center and to align you with heaven and earth. It will help you to stay calm. It will help to remind you to take a breath, to remind you that you have choice as to how to react to the circumstances that have been placed before you, how to see them from a perspective that does not limit you, but retains your sense of freedom to choose. It is up to you to experience joy through decision, to focus on the heart, to bring the energy of light, of gold, in and around you, to center a sphere of golden light to protect you. Your 6 feet is now a sphere of light instead of a sentence of darkness to separate you. Do not allow separation consciousness to run your mind and your thoughts and your heart. Open your hearts to each other. Send light to each other. Send light to those who dwell in the darkness, who can create these energies of destruction, these anti-life technologies that would harm all of life upon this planet, that harms all the creatures, and that seeks to control you. You have the power. Look through the illusion. See through the veil. Keep your heart open. Everything shall pass. And as it does, you will recognize that you are at the end of the tunnel, and you have generated so much light that you are able to penetrate the darkness and witness the new world that is waiting as you emerge from the cocoon, as you come out of your box, as you cast off the masks of fear and the illusions of harm, of destruction. Your mind's been programmed to believe. Do not believe anything that does not resonate with your heart. Do not allow fear to control you. You have and will have the resources you need. You will be fine. Love your children, your friends, your family. Heal the wounds that you have carried. Find ways to reconcile, to release your judgments, your enmities. Forgive. Forgive yourself. Love yourself. Accept who you are and what you bring to this world, and let it shine forth as a great light unto the nations. For you are an indomitable soul. You are immortal and eternal. You are infinite and universal. As you open your eyes to the true reality of your nature as a spirit, as a soul, you will understand that you are not powerless, but that you are in charge of your experience. And we will be there to answer your questions, to bring you comfort, to bring you guidance. Reach out to your angels, your guides. Reach out to the divine, to that which you call God or Goddess, and send out your prayers. Send out the radiance of your light to touch the hearts of those who are suffering. To all the creatures, to all the elements of this beautiful world that you inhabit, for the healing, for the freedom from toxicity, whether it be a mineral toxicity or a mental or emotional toxicity. Purify your hearts and your minds and your words, your thoughts. Embrace love. Love is the unconditional acceptance of another's reality. Send those you do not like, send them light. Send them the love of God and let it work its magic. Allow that love of God to enter and fill you, for that is who you are. We love you. We are with you always. We are always available. We surround you with our guidance, with our protection, and with our blessing. Blessings and peace to you all.